Today we're gonna clean up some brass scrap, so we're just gonna go right into it. So we're gonna start off with this water heater temperature controller thing. It's got a nice piece of brass on there. It's copper right inside of there with a steel rod running through it. But we're gonna start with this, and here we go. All right, we're gonna start with getting this off. Isn't that great? The drill died. Oh, wonderful. Way to prepare for the video. Here's our piece of brass. Got a little bit of wire on there, so we'll take that off. Now this just goes as breakage. And then you're going to want to get this copper pipe out of there. Just need some pliers. Just unspin it. It comes right off. It's the copper. But today we're only worrying about the brass. Next up, we got this water spigot. It looks like it's copper and stuff, but it's actually brass. Can you see that where I scratched it? The problem with this is the screw isn't going to come out, and this just spins. So I'm going to have to cut the pipe and leave that post thing in there, the pipe or whatever you want to call that. And we're going to clamp it in the vise, and then we can cut off the top without it spinning because the saw is just going to make it spin. So let's try that real quick. All right, there's the brass pipe. Like I said, that just spins. So I have to throw that in there, as so. And then we'll cut off the end, because that's always cast aluminum or die cast. Sometimes they're steel. All right, there goes that. So now this part's still in there, so we're just going to cut it all off there. Brass rod, cut that off. Now this can go as red brass, but it's got all that caulk on there. So one day I'm gonna have to pull that off so I can get red brass price. Then we got this nice T connector, but it's got PVC in it, so we're gonna cut that out. We're gonna use that trick in that one video I made where getting the steel pipe out. We're gonna do the same thing. Cut in two, get our hammer and our screwdriver. Let's pop this out of there, tighten the vise a bit more. Whoa, one piece, two pieces. There we go. That was nice and easy. Clean piece of red brass. All right, we're switching up camera angles now. Next, we're going to do a pressure relief valve from a water heater. First, we're going to want to do is get this lever, whatever you want to call it, out of the way. Piece of steel. Pull out this little pin thing. There we go. That's a little steel washer. This is aluminum. And this piece will be stainless, and there's a spring in there and another piece of brass. So we'll lock her in the vise. We're going to get out our bandsaw again. We're going to cut a slit right in there. Sometimes it'll pop, sometimes it won't. So here we go. Nice cut. Let's see. Get our pliers, see if we can pull it out. No, not yet. So we're gonna pinch it in the middle with the wire cutters. Loosen that up. Get our hammer, our screwdriver. Get it right in the slit right there. Ow, don't hit your hand, or try not to. All right, keep that from flying out of there. Grab it with our pliers. Pull it out. Here's our piece of stainless. Here's that spring, and here's the piece of brass on the inside. A lot of times this gets stuck, this end will get stuck in here. You gotta get it out, so just put it in your vise, and pop it out, and then take your thing. That's a piece of copper with a piece of steel inside. So we're not worrying about that. We're just worrying about the brass today. Next, we got our shower assembly. It's got some copper in the tops. And then there's a copper pipe here. These are steel, so we'll have to get those out too. So first let's get this copper pipe out of the way. Let's cut it off here. There's a piece of number 1. And we'll cut off the piece with the solder for a nice piece of number 2. Then slip her around. Let's get out our pipe wrench. Let's pull off this and that. Sorry, the neighbor's leaf blowing. He does it like 5 times a day. I don't know why he doesn't just do it one time at the end of the day, but whatever. That's all him. One more turn with the pipe wrench. This one's on a little better. There we go. Come back to that. Then, to make it clean red brass, we're gonna have to get off these top parts here for the on-off valves. Brass, brass. Now let's get off these steel port ends. These are usually a real big pain in the ass. That's how I like to do it. Use my body weight. She's not working. Oh, we broke her, boys. We broke her. So let's try on this other one. See if we can break that one too. Yeah. Broken. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put this end in the vise and try hitting it with the hammer. See if we can get them out that way. There goes something. Bam. Try the other one. Yeah. Fun times. And there's the second one. 1, 2. Oh, I can't find the other piece. Just wonderful. All right, we'll find it. There it is. There it is. All right, next up, we're gonna get this piece of brass with some copper on it off this cast iron drain. I don't have a wrench big enough, so I'm just gonna hit this with a hammer until it cracks and it'll come out. So let's get down and do that. So here we are, we got our pipe now, and we're just gonna hit it with our hammer and it'll pop right out of there. There we go, look at all that goop. Pretty nasty, huh? All right, there you go. Next up, we have a rare piece. This is from a toilet. Here's where the flap goes to open it from the tank to let the water into the toilet. That's brass. So we're gonna get it off the porcelain. I'm not saying go out and be smashing up toilets on the side of the road or bringing toilets home to take these apart. Let's see how easy this is. It's pretty easy considering the porcelain's cracked like that. Wear gloves. You don't want to cut yourself on toilet parts, especially when you don't know where they came from. That part's out. This porcelain off. And I'll probably step on that later. All right, pull off this rubber gasket. See if we can get off this part. For the flapper. It's got a bunch of goo on it. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. All right, that's off. Still got some porcelain in there. Piece of rubber still. All right, there we go. Piece of brass. And then we gotta get this this washer off this brass nut and bolt thing. Just stick that in there. There's your brass. Piece of steel. All right, that's that. All right, we're gonna finish off this piece of copper and brass from that drain pipe. We're gonna just cut off the piece of copper. Shaky. All right, there we go. Now let's go see how we did with all this. So here's what we ended up with. Here's our other metals. We're not really too concerned about that today. Some breakage and aluminum, stainless, there's copper in there. Here's our copper we got. There's always time to show the copper. But here we got from our water heater temperature controller. Here's from that spigot, brass pipe, brass rod, red brass spigot. Here's from the pressure valve, 2 little pieces. Here's from that T-pipe, we cut the PVC out. Here's from that shower assembly, the piece we busted out of that pipe. And our piece from the toilet. Here's the brass nut and bolt. Not bad. Nice little brass cleanup. All right, thanks for hanging out.